That's correct.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! I got hands. Yeah, keep going. R2. R2. Not part of it. You hear me? Sure, dude. Not helper. You good? Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm looking at my arm. Relax, bro. 25? Check it. Stand up.
Here wrecked out, and then I saw the two subjects running. Yeah.
Just make sure you do it to mine.
Yeah, I will.
Ma'am, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay, I got the fire guys here to check on you, okay? Just to make sure. We'll get a crash report done for you too, okay? And obviously, I'm sure, I think you know what happened with this car. So, we'll
yeah, I saw it skidding all the way, and I knew it was going to hit me. I was like, I don't have time for this.
What you just watched is the end of it. A man face down in a parking lot on North Main, and a wrecked car back at the intersection behind him. To understand how he got there, you have to go back about half an hour to a sandwich shop across town that had been open roughly 90 minutes, where one employee was working alone in the back, making bread for the day.
So you opened the store by yourself? Okay. And about what time did you get here? 50? Or 15?
15. 1-5.
Okay. And what were you doing when all of this happened?
I was making bread.
So just the normal morning prep stuff? Okay. So you're like right here in this area? Okay. And the doors were unlocked? You guys are open at the time? Okay.
Yeah, we open at 8:30.
Okay. And so tell me what happened.
To start off, before he even entered the building, I did notice his vehicle just making loops in the circle in the parking lot, going around. And it seemed to be something weird, as in like he drove that way, right here in front of the car wash, and then backed up like halfway into the parking spot, and then instantly just took off again. And I was like, okay, weirdo, whatever. And then later on, when I was making the bread, I did see right down here a black Volkswagen come back and circle up in the parking lot and then drive back around and back up into that space right there. At that point, I noticed like someone in the passenger seat, really small and short. Since I was standing right there making bread, he decided to walk in, hoodie over his face. All I see is about this much, right? Said hello to him, didn't really say much, and then as soon as I was about to open up things, start making his order, tossed the bag at me, and then flashed his gun, pointed it at me for a brief 1 second, 2 seconds, and then put it back into his jacket. What's fast?
And then he, okay.
Basically, like, no sudden movements. Do not quote me on anything. Because, you know what to do, put money in the bag, etc. It took me a second to fiddle with the computer. Or just a basic, like, Walmart bag, plastic bag. At that point, I finally got the register open. Just threw the 10s, the 5s, the 1s, whatever was in the register, besides the coins, into the bag. And then I also threw our change bag, which generally carries like $2.50, and then just threw it in the bag as well, just because I didn't want him to come back inside. So I just threw whatever I had on there. At that point, correctly, he told me, do not do anything, do not call the police until like 10 seconds after I'm gone. And at that point, he opens the door right here and then starts to wipe down the door handle for his fingerprints when he first opened it.
Okay, so on the outside. Okay.
At that point, he got to his car and drove off and that's all.
Okay. And do you guys have like a panic button or anything?
As soon as he was gone, I hit the panic button right by the register and then pulled up my phone and instantly called 911.
Can you describe him to me, like other than a little bit of basics?
Very tall, slim, slender, so he's about like 6'1", 6'2". He was wearing a black graphic hoodie with like something printed on the shirt. Didn't have like white drawstrings, and then when it comes to his face.
New Mexico law draws a hard line here. Taking property is theft. Taking it from a person by force or by threat of force is robbery. And when a firearm is displayed while it happens, the charge becomes armed robbery under Section 30, 16(2). The gun does not have to be fired. It does not even have to be loaded. Showing it is enough because the law measures the threat from the position of the person facing it.
White, a little rugged, but he definitely had a mustache. Probably colored eyes.
Do you remember if he was wearing like shorts? Pants?
I believe it was pants.
So he had the hood on, his hoodie on?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did he pull the gun from?
So he had a jacket with pockets right in the front, right? So basically pulled it out of it real quick, flashed it at me, pointed it at me, and then quickly put it back.
And do you remember if he pulled it with his right hand, left hand?
Right now.
So he flashed it at you, pointed it at you, and then threw the bag at you and basically said, you know what to do.
Pretty much, yeah. Threw the bag first and then pointed it at me.
Okay. And you said it was just like a basic plastic bag.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you threw the change bag at him as well because you're afraid he'd come back just $8.
So, who is in that car? The driver is a man from Mississippi passing through Las Cruces with his girlfriend. He has a prior charge for drugs and nothing on his record for force. By the time this drive is over, he will be facing 2 felonies, and the more serious of the 2 carries a second-degree penalty on a first offense. The officer behind him does not know any of that yet. All he has is a description, a plate, and a car that will not pull over.
Okay.
I'm okay. I'm
All right.
just shaken up.
Yeah. There's squad 3s right here, so you can just roll them.
2 of them ran that way.
We have them all detained. So they're robbery suspects from a robbery that happened at the subway. I just want to make sure you're all right.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay.
All right. What happened when they got out?
They just ran. The guy grabbed his bag, and the lady ran this way, and they both. He went that way. He grabbed a bag out of the car and took off, and she ran this way.
Okay.
And I saw it coming. I was like, "No, don't hit me!"
Yeah, we had broken off way up the hill because they were driving all sorts of crazy.
My car.
Yeah, so they were burning down here, so I backed off. I was like, this is.
And they're not going to have insurance, right?
All right, let me go talk to my
Can I get
sergeant.
my phone to call my husband?
Go ahead. You're good now. Thank you. I just didn't want anybody else to be in the car with the gun, so that's why I asked you to get over here. Thank you. So as I got to like the Lowe's, I saw this this car flip around and go eastbound on Main, and then when I went to stop it there, he got onto the on-ramp. He cut like 4 lanes of traffic. He got onto the on-ramp, and we started going north. As soon as I lit him up about a mile from the DA exit, he just burned across the median and took off. And traffic was light. We just we're doing like 110 max, light traffic. And then as soon as we got here to this on-ramp, there was a ton of traffic, so I just said, I'm going to break off. I was about to, but he was the whole time he was about
31 are at the front.
away from me.
Part of the China.
And then as soon as
I'm not sure if there's advice, but can you have the 55 come over there to check on the female that was hit by the suspect?
Confirming Main and 3 crosses or the China Express?
Main and 3 crosses for the bystanders.
So then as soon as they took off, doing all sorts of passing everybody, they almost 45 bad at Travis in Maine, and that's when I turned my sirens off and slowed down. I kept my lights on because there was a ton of traffic and I wanted to push through the traffic, but initially I turned them off. Once I had no visual of it anymore, I put my overheads back on, made it through traffic.
Officers locate the car on the interstate. What follows is the part the public argues about most. New Mexico charges aggravated fleeing when a driver refuses to stop and drives in a way that endangers other people. Notice what the officer decides here. Traffic thickens, and he backs off and turns his siren down. A pursuit is a judgment call made in seconds, and the standard he is applying is whether continuing puts everyone else on that road at risk.
Just the pattern on the front.
In this one.
They're over there.
It was a lady and a guy.
We have both of them detained. They're over there at the China Express. So those are them. They were in this vehicle.
Copy.
Wrecked
he
out.
was the driver, she was the passenger.
As soon as it flipped around, he shot on Main in front of me. I was like, I know. And they were doing 60 miles per hour on Interstate. So I was like, I know this is them. So I'm sitting there the whole time, waiting for it. But we were.
No, I think I did your job for you. I stopped you, okay?
Here you go. I'm going to say, we're going to write you up for a letter of commendation. Do you happen to have your driver's license registration? Go up on the car.
Shoot it.
Don't want it to fly away.
I got you. Back over here.
There's a firearm in there. There's a firearm in there.
Okay. All right, dude. We're well aware of that.
We have the cash. We have the right back.
First one's going to be that Illinois.
By now the arrest is over and the paperwork has started. What follows is the part of these recordings that rarely gets shown. 2 people sitting in a car, waiting, talking honestly about how any of this works. Listen for what he says about the last time he told the truth to someone in authority, because he brings it up again later in a room with a detective, and it explains almost everything about how he answers her.
What we can tell you is that people that generally are honest and it's sincere, there's not only benefit for them in the long run, maybe for going to jail and their sentencing, but just for you in general, dude.
Yeah.
The biggest reason why people end up back in this room over and over again, because you know what they do? They come in here, No, I'm good. I know how it worked last time. I told you the truth and nothing changed because they're expecting you to be truthful for them to change your situation of the stuff they just did. That's not what coming in this room does. You know what I'm saying? You have to accept that change. You have to actually do stuff to make it better for yourself. I mean, if you're not being truthful about it now, who's to say you're not going to try to get help later to help yourself get out of this hole you're in? That's what it is. Yeah. I mean, you had a very in-depth conversation about a lot of things earlier, okay? And that was just me and you just chatting. It had nothing to do with this case, right? I honestly, one time we had a decent conversation. Yeah. I'll talk to anybody, dude. I'll talk to freaking anybody. We're both human beings, dude. That's not going to change, okay? Yeah. So that's what I will tell you. Do I trust her? Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. Okay? And I'm not just telling you that just to tell you because. Okay?
Y'all seem to be pretty nice. I think y'all understand people get themselves in boats.
All the time. Dude, that's all we deal with all day long. Okay? I don't know what your experience is, and I'm not stepping on anybody's toes, okay? But I think that the perception is what's misread from a lot of people. As they see, yeah, I gave them information, and it looks like they came down harder on me because I told them. Okay? Maybe so, right? Okay? Yeah, maybe so. I don't know I can't tell you what your experience is. The only person you know that is the other people involved in you. Okay? I can only speak for myself. And there's no point of sitting here and trying to sugarcoat something for something that's not. Okay? Dude, us going as far just to even get you a cigarette, that's going. Yeah. I mean, I know it's a small token, but most of the time when I tell people, no, you're not smoking. It's a no smoking zone. I'm not going to try to work it out for you. Yeah. You did something you shouldn't have, and why am I trying to accommodate you?
I could tell that earlier when you were.
Hey, there's no cigarettes in there? Okay, I'll get with Charlie and we'll get him one. Thanks, dude.
There should be what is the weed laws out here? I keep like forgetting there's weed in the bag.
It's recreational.
So it's cool.
I mean, there's certain areas you can't just like be sitting wherever in town and blowing it. Yeah, spark up and blowing it in a freaking like a kid sitting next to you.
Yeah, big time.
There's certain areas, there's restrictions, but it's honestly it's like cigarettes right now. I mean, in all honesty, if we tried to enforce everybody would go to jail all the time.
You think it's better now that the weed's legal out here for crime?
I think crime's gotten worse.
Why is that?
Just in general. And I don't know if it's related to that, but I can tell you that it's another thing that I have to deal with now. Yeah. I'll tell you that. Okay, do I agree with some stuff being medicinal? I mean, on the real, me and you, I think it's been proven to be beneficial in a medicinal use for a lot of reasons. But the problem is that people are getting addicted that are drug users, and now it's just an easier drug to get.
Yeah,
and they're getting it legally and then selling it illegally.
Yeah. Well, see, there's like things like dropship menus where you make like a Reddit menu.
It's
on Reddit and you make a little menu off of the menu, right?
It's
and
freaking.
Then you go home and you get people who message you all day long. They're like, "Hey, can I order this, that, and this?" Yeah. And then there's people that go order it from the dispensary and ship it out.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Also, though,
hey, brother, would you be able to bring that cigarette? Okay, sorry, dude. I didn't want to stop what you were doing. I felt bad. All right, I appreciate you, dude. I'm just meet me if you can. You just want to meet me in an interview, and then we'll bring him out to the courtyard and let him smoke it real quick. Cool. Thanks, dude. Bye.
Another thing too is like weed's not like it used to be. Like I think 15% was high as like THC was.
Oh man, it's crazy. Stuff you buy at dispensaries is like crazy.
And people are getting high on it now, and they're getting this like level of paranoia that they didn't even understand.
It's a whole nother thing.
And
sometimes it's not. It's because that's the problem. It's not just weed.
In the interview room, the detective draws a distinction that matters. He is detained, not under arrest, and she reads him his rights anyway before asking a single question. Those rights are not all or nothing. A person can answer some questions and refuse others, and can stop at any point, even after starting. He chooses to talk. In a few minutes, you will watch someone else, given the same rights, make the opposite choice.
However you're comfortable. So my name is Detective Della O, and I just want to chat with you a little bit about what happened. But since you're detained and brought here in handcuffs, I just have to advise you your Miranda rights. Okay, doesn't mean you're under arrest or anything right now. You're just detained. But you know how that goes. So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not make any statements or answer my questions. Having those rights in mind, you understand all of them, right?
Yes.
Okay, having those rights in mind, do you want to chat with me a little bit about what happened?
Yeah, you can say whatever. I don't have to answer, right?
You don't have to answer. You can answer the questions that you want to answer.
Yeah, we can talk.
Okay. All right, so just make sure that I have your information correctly. Robert, and how do you spell your last name? Okay, and your date of birth? What is your current address right now? Okay, so in Mississippi? Okay. So you guys just in Las Cruces passing through, or do you know somebody here?
Somebody told us to go in this direction from Mississippi, but we were just passing through.
Okay.
She was at the hotel, and then
it helps you saying that she has no clue, and if you're being sincere about that, okay. And I understand if you guys are
what am I in charge
out here
on this? It's not armed, is it?
It's not armed.
No, is it? Like, what's my charges for this?
It would be armed robbery. That's what I'm looking at, because there's, let's just be honest, there's surveillance and
There's no
it
fire
shows
on there.
it.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, that's what's depicted in the video. Okay.
What's the bail look like for it?
Right now, the way in the state of New Mexico it works is initially, you have no bond until you see the judge, and then the judge, it's
time.
It's based on whatever the judge will kind of look at your history, and I understand that you don't have like a big history. You have like a
Drug charges.
Yeah, drug.
I got a felony for like 39 grams a week, so I can say that.
Okay. Yeah, so New Mexico's pretty liberal. Okay. So,
I just want my life to be thrown away if I'm being real.
I'm sorry?
I don't want my life to be thrown away, but I don't have any family, so.
Okay. Kind of on your own, trying to make it on your own.
Yeah, I'm by myself.
Okay. So you have like no parents, no brothers, sisters, or
grandparents that adopted me if they don't want to do with me. They stopped taking care of me at 17.
Okay.
So that's just been me.
Just trying to do whatever you can to make ends meet then, huh?
No, I don't agree with none of what's going on. If I'm being honest, I was a butcher for about 4 years. Me too.
Alright. So do you want to talk at all about what happened at the subway? I'm not.
I'm gonna try. I know. You're not trying to like me up. I'm just trying to think. I'm also going through Subutex withdrawals. I don't know if you know what those are.
With withdrawals?
Subutex. You know what that is? Suboxone.
Okay.
So that's really what my ass right now. It's hard to even like think.
When was the last time you had them? Yeah, we'll definitely get you up to the hospital, okay?
How incriminating am I going to be if I talk to you about this? Obviously.
Okay, so yeah, obviously we know what happened, adult to adult, just like you said earlier.
I know what you're here for too. You know what I'm here for, so.
Yeah. So I'm not going to try and BS you and play dumb and act like I don't know what happened. I know what happened. You know what happened. The thing that can help you though is if you're just completely honest and forthcoming. I can take the case to the district attorney's office and say, hey, you know what? Yes, this guy screwed up. He made a mistake, but he was remorseful. He laid it all out there for me.
If I'm real with you, do you think I can I don't want to say get out of it, because obviously I'm not trying to do things like this and get away with it the rest of my life, but like, I have never in my life thought of something like this before.
Yeah, so getting back to what I was saying, if I can take this case to the DA's office and say, yeah, you know what, he was honest with me, he made a mistake.
Are you that kind of person now?
I am that kind of person, and I will talk to the district attorney's office when they come to me and say, hey, okay, we have this case, what do you think?
Mississippi, they like to do that, and I'm a felon for 39 grams a week. You know what happened was I got pulled over, the officer said, you got anything in the car? I said, yes, sir, here you go. So, all right, come with me. Took me to jail. When I went to court, the judge asked me, can you pass the piss test? I said, Your Honor, I'm going to take this chance to be honest with you. He hollered at me. You're always supposed to be honest in the courtroom. So you've been lying to me this whole time? I said, no, sir, but I can't pass the test. Take him to jail. Took me to jail. Made me to jail. I filed for weed anyway. Came back. He said, I'm taking away your adjudication privileges because of the little stunt in the courtroom. I genuinely thought I was being honest. And that's what that got me. That's why I'm wary and scary. Yeah. But like, I hate all of this moment.
I mean, you don't have any violent charges or anything like that in your criminal history. Okay, you just have the drug charges, right?
Right.
Okay, so they look at you as a first-time violent offender. Okay, I mean, because it's considered a violent crime.
It is.
But like I said, it's your first offense. You don't have a criminal history here in New Mexico. You cooperate with them, and you're open and honest. And you know, I can't make you any promises, but
Will I get a chance to talk to you again if I want to?
if you want to, you can reach out to me. Yeah,
If I say no
I'll
right
give
now,
you my
what
contact
happens?
information. Then I just have to charge you based on what I've seen.
Then what's the charge and everything?
Armed robbery, aggravated fleeing, law enforcement. I mean, those are the two big ones.
What's the bails on them?
No bail right now.
Yeah.
No bond. And like I said, that once you go before the judge is the one who decides what the bond is. So I can't even tell you what the judge would say.
So regardless, I gotta sit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, just a question. If I talk to you, can I get a cigarette? Trying to calm my nerves.
I know.
You just seem like a nice lady. I just don't know if I should trust you, if I'm being honest.
I mean,
Not
that's
being rude.
that's understandable. You know,
I really just fucked up.
did you have any drugs, drug paraphernalia, anything on you in the car, anything like that I need to know about?
You found it, huh? Yeah, you did.
Kind of the big thing in the end.
I just want to throw my life away.
Okay, let's say this. Say you had gotten away with it. You know, the officers are chasing you, and by luck, you did get away, and you were able to leave the state. What would happen after that? Would you think, oh, I just got away with it, so let me do it again? That's what we don't want to happen.
I had no money left. I had nowhere to stay. I've been homeless before.
Did you guys just like sleep in the car last night?
No, we had hotel rooms.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say where. And then
Detective Della, and I just wanted to see, chat a little bit. But before we get to that, since you were brought here in handcuffs and you're detained right now, you're not charged, you're not under arrest or anything like that, but because you are detained, had you brought here, and I'm going to ask you specific questions, I need to advise you of your Miranda rights, okay? So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not make any statements. You understand all those rights? Okay. So having those rights in mind, do you want to talk to me about what happened today? No. Okay. Wherever. Yeah, that's probably gonna be it. Oh. Okay, there's a gun in the hoodie that I was looking for, so. Okay. Is that kind of... Yeah. So it's that black hoodie? Yeah, and he pointed the muzzle that way.
He asked the detective what talking would cost him. He had already lived through one answer to that question. Whether being honest helped him or hurt him is something a court decided later. What would you have done in that room? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe for more cases like this one.
That's correct.